Allah.
Wow.
Alright.
Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahawah, AHLAHAYANAWA, Yahawah Echad. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahawah, AHLAHAYANAWA, Yahawah Echad. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahawah, AHLAHAYANAWA, Yahawah Echad. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah El Shai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah El Shai, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah El Shai, Bahashem, Rakat QADASH. YAHAWASHI AHLAHAYANAWA, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM RATAZA.
Alright. The Son, remain as the Father, God's Son, the Spirit, right? The Mom, that will also tell us this, the message, much respect, the honor, believe the word, that one, the believers, Akbar, the sisters, brothers,
Father, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Rakat QADASH.
give thanks and power, Spirit, gives us understanding of knowledge of scriptures, and faith in the name of power, in the name of the Father is this, and name of God, name of the Son, God, faith delivered, God, okay. So when it's edifying, it's the point, right? With video how you got the bar, hit your brother in the spirit, get me Today's Sabbath, right? What are you doing? It's Sabbath. What are you doing? Okay? You're still making all of work, even Sabbath. Okay? Matter of fact, I'll start with this. Alright, so start with the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14, right? This is very lettering, outside speaking. For many are called, but few are chosen, right? So many Israelites are called into ministry, right? Called, they know that they're Hebrew Israelites, right? But only few are chosen. Few that's chosen are the elect men, right? Men of right? They are the effect of the electoral, the chosen, okay? Right, so things that I can't do, that they ever learning, never able to come to know, something like that. So you got many that's called, right? And many that's called, they're ever learning. But the ones that, but the few that's chosen, those ones that's going to come down. Okay.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 2, so it's like chapter 1, verse 10 and 11. Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall. For so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and Savior YAHAWASHI HaMashiach.
He goes to have like our power going to give you like grand entry, something along the line.
Grand entrance.
Oh yeah, all right. First, second. Yeah, 2 Peter, chapter 1. It says, so dear brothers and sisters, work hard to prove that you really are among those Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI called and chosen. Not only you were called, you are chosen. Okay? Study,
Make your calling.
you get diligence by studying, constantly right back to study, teaching, that should get that's the box, not teach. Okay? Just trying to be as holy as possible, meaning to be apart, to be set apart from the ways of this world. Okay? Do these things and you will never fall away. Then Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi will give you a grand entrance into the eternal kingdom of our Lord and Savior. Keep on doing what you're doing. That's gonna help you make it call and let you sure. Keep doing what you're doing to please our power. Lord willing, time will come where I was gonna honor you, glorify you. Gonna give you grand interest. Right, and that grand interest is gonna be nothing like how these celebrities get their grand interest when they go up, right?
God, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and the high priest of our profession, YAHAWASHI, who was faithful to him that appointed him or made him, as also Moses was faithful in all his house. 3, 1 and 2.
Okay, and so, dear brothers and sisters who belong to Yahawah Bahasham are partners with those called to heaven. Think carefully about this Yahawashi, whom we declare to be Yahawah's messenger and high priest. For he was faithful to Yahawah who appointed him. Just as Moses served faithfully, he was trusted with Yahawah's entire house. So when you're called into this truth, right, into this marvelous light, right, and you have an understanding of the scriptures, you're pretty much our power has entrusted you with a great responsibility, right? He entrusted you with the responsibility to push the word out, give warning to our people, show our people their transgression, show our people the truth, okay? All right, the hardcore, cold truth, okay? All right, to give you a responsibility where you gotta pretty much be in a position of leadership and accountability. All right, that's a big responsibility. Brother and I, we can speak in the military, having that responsibility where you have hardcore people and certain amount of responsibility comes with it. Okay, you've been entrusted to hold that position. Okay, and so I guess we gotta make it calling election sure, and it comes with a lot of responsibility, like hope and great power, great responsibility, right? And this right here, believe it or not, this is already a form of level of power that comes with great responsibility. Okay, this power is having to handle the words about power. There's a lot of power to it, and it's a great responsibility. Right? If you just handle it, it comes with judgment, death. Okay. So, because when you're in the truth, right? When you're making your calling election sure, right? You gotta constantly, pray God power, but the same prayer that King David prayed for, you gotta not have your power taken from you. Because without that, you're pretty much gonna go back to the valley of bones, be a dead person. Okay, where you're no longer going to be a tomorrow light. You're going to be back in darkness now. You ain't going to be able to maneuver in the valley of the shadow of death.
The book of Psalms, chapter 51, verse 11. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
You don't want our power to cast you away from the presence. Take your power from you. You got to keep calling that sure. You got to get diligent. You got to show our power so your actions. You are thankful for him bringing to the marvelous light. Study. Okay? And actually studying too, not just hearing the word, but you're not a doer of it. You got to take heed to the lesson. Maybe to pause it here and there. Search the words on the Bible, Google, go into the words, precept upon precept, to get a better understanding of it. All right. And then you gotta apply the truth to your life. Okay, that's how you're gonna stay rooted in this truth. So our power does not catch your faith from the sight. Right? You want to make it calm short by keeping yourself grounded in the truth constantly. You know, doing what you gotta do. You know, study your teacher, study to teach. Okay. And then if you're gonna, study to teach, right? Not just others, but you gotta study to teach yourself first. And you can have an understanding of what you're teaching yourself. All right, and then apply those scriptures, those lessons that you taught others. You know, teach to yourself and apply that lesson to your own life. Okay.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 15 and 16. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Sounds so right. When you're in the truth, right? You can't be the spirit of being lukewarm, right? You may be hot for the Lord this day, this week, this month, and next cold, not really working and used to. You gotta constantly be on fire. All right, especially the times we're in right now, and the times we're coming into, all hell break loose. All right, if you got the spiritual lenses to see, and the spiritual eyes to hear, right? You can see and hear like, yo, all hell is literally about to break loose. One day we're gonna wake up and none of us are gonna have money in our bank. We're gonna wake up one day and go shopping at a grocery store, fucking grocery spot, the only place we're gonna pay our phone. Okay? And not only is this gonna be a famine, but during the famine, you can also have a hyperinflation going at the same time. So not only is the store just on good when you're victuals, right? Your daily bread, your essential items, but whatever it is available, it will cost a lot of money. And you may not be able to afford it because now you're jobless. Okay? You're not a job, you may have a job, but you're not making enough money. Okay? All right? So you gotta, and the list goes on the types of evil that's going to come upon earth. That's bad one in America. We're in a time where you gotta be on fire for our Lord. Right? YAHAWASHI, he sent himself for us. He put on the cross for us. And things that he went to the nation started with the elect. Right? You gotta give that same amount of love in return. Be on fire. 20%. Okay? Yes, there's gonna be times where you can flow in the spirit, but you gotta put on the whole armor of our power. Alright? You gotta fight back to the principalities. Right? The principalities in the unseen world. Demons, spirit, fight them with the scripture. That scripture is how that the sword, the word of Yahweh, you fight the spirit, trying to bring you low, that's trying to make you lukewarm. You can create the concrete of your mind. Okay?
I got the scripture back you up. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourself, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own self. Know ye not your own self how that YAHAWASHI HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobate.
Oh, okay, yes. So reprobate, right? Goes in unfit, worthless, something on that line. Okay, right. So for the brothers read right, let's read it again. 5, 6.
Second Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourself, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that YAHAWASHI HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobate.
concept, right? So when you go to examine, right, Strong G 39.5, barazo, right? So this is to try, make trial, test, okay, test for the purpose of ascertaining the quality or what he thinks or how he will behave. Okay, want to bring that up because it's a test. So how when you're examining stuff to see if you're in the truth, right? Basically, you're in the truth. You gotta test yourself. And how would you test yourself? By applying to your day-to-day walk. Okay? All right, whatever changes you gotta make, all right, you gotta make the peace. Test yourself. Let's say you're a brother who's struggling with drinking problems, right? You gotta apply this. I'm gonna play this way. Okay. Let's say you're in this truth, but you're still battling with the nature that owe you, right? You gotta apply the scripture precepts into your life that's gonna help you fight off those old natures that's still in the new you, right? So you want to test yourself, okay? That's how you want to examine yourself in the truth, by constantly testing yourself. I remember Elder Paul went into how, that scripture too, and says, examine yourself whether you be faith, right? You're pretty much constantly having that soul searching. You're constantly soul searching. You have that one-on-one talk. What am I doing? What's going on? What kind of better? How can I get a service? How can I be better at my lot? Wherever your lot is, you're a prophet. I need to be better. You're a helper. I need to be a better helper. You're a brother who has knowledge with earth. I need to be better at that lot. You need to be better help him. Okay? Also, like reprobate, right? Verse 6. Right? Reprobate was rejected, not approved, unfit for work, literary or morally. When it says in verse 6, but I trust that he knows that we are not reprobate. So the hopeful elect, right? The clear hopeful elect, right? Right? We believe that we are not reprobate, right? We believe that we're fit. We're fit to pick up that cross and constantly restore. We believe that we are worthy to suffer as a good soldier for Yahweh. But these other camps, they're considered as reprobate. They're fit for this ministry. You can just see by their doctrine, character. Okay?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 23 through 32. For I have received of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the same night is which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, eat, so I could take and eat. This is my body which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament, in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Here's the point right here in verse 28. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. For when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, that we should not be condemned with the world.
So anyone who eats this bread or drinks this cup of Lord Yahawashi worthily is guilty of sinning against the body and the blood of the Lord Yahawashi. So that bread and the drink, that cup of scripture, now if you eat it, drink it unworthily, right? You're guilty of sinning against the body. You're guilty against sinning against the house of David. But the body of Yahawashi is ministry. Okay, ministry, the body. All right, house of David. It's of sinning against the body and the blood of the Lord Yahawashi. You are sinning against the blood of Yahawashi. Even so we can be saved through grace, not by works of grace. Be that bridge and come back to the Father. And a lot of you can't only say knowledge of stuff. They're teaching, right? They're eating that bread, like the fruit bread, food, water, right? But they're doing it from the workers, right? Because that sitting against the body. IUP, IUPK, WFI, HALALYAMLA, Ari, White Christians, Catholic Church, Muslim, anyone that is freedom from the book, okay? Right? And you don't acknowledge the true name of the power, and you don't understand what you're involved in, okay? Right? You're sitting against the body, the blood of the Lord. This is why, right? This is why you should examine yourself before eating the bread and drinking the cup. You read it how to examine yourself. Want to constantly examine yourself, you can do it. Right? You want to test yourself, you want to examine yourself, you want to soul search. Okay? Here's the truth, the right reason, okay? Right? Because you've got a lot of people that come to the truth that at some point along down the line, they either die or they get hurt. Right? 29. For if you eat the bread or drink the cup without honoring the body of Yahawashi, you are eating and drinking Yahawah's judgment upon you. We're giving examples. Those who may have heard of Rap the News, right? He's one of many. That as an example, right? Rap the News, aka Rap the Dead, right? He wasn't teaching the correct topic. He ate bread and drank the cup unworthily. He was teaching the wrong doctrine because of that, right? Because of that, he drank Yahawah's judgment. Okay? Well, judgment upon himself. Okay? Because that guy and others like him, they don't honor our power, our God. But it's verse 31. Verse 30. Right? It says, that is why, right? That is why many of you are weak and sick, and some have even died. Right? So, another example too, the brothers of Prophet Babylon, they had an ex-member, someone who was once cancer. Not too long ago, I think no more than 48 hours ago, that got judged. But he ate the bread and drank the cup unto Rap the Dead, another example. Nathaniel, IUIC, he was really sick, came down on his bed because he ate the bread and drank the cup unworthily. You got other Israelites that's in the ministry, they know they're Israelites, but yet they're either dying or they get sick. Why? Because they not use ministry to say they do it. One one of the main things too. They don't fear power. You know, they don't fear us. Okay. Verse 31. But if we would examine ourselves, we would not be just how this way. Yet, when we are judged by the Lord Yahawashi, we are being disciplined that we will not be condemned along the world. So when you're being disciplined, you know, you would turn chastised, which the Hebrew would fall. The Lord chastises those who He loves. Okay, so when you're being chastised, when you're being disciplined, because our power is trying to get you not to be part of this world. Okay, all right. So that's why like put it this way: you're going to be in this ministry. It's a good thing to always have that fear of what if. Okay? If I go off, what if I can get judged right now by teaching the wrong doctrine. So by having that constant fear, it's going to keep you in check, keep you constantly wanting to examine yourself, going off, which is better.
Going back to calling question before. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou comest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet. So have you, so let's know, have you ever noticed, way before you came into this ministry, right? How I outside, dying that marvelous on you came to the truth, right? You always try to fit in with the world. Always trying to fit in with click and blast and pass. Doesn't matter what you did to try to fit into the world. You just never fit in. Every time you was around people, you always felt like you would never fit. Like you have company, but you're still alone. You're still alone, right? You try to accomplish this dream, this goal. You're trying to have this and that, but it just never went your way. Because that's and now you're in the truth now. You're teaching, prophesying, right? You're laboring as whatever light you were given out today was because before you outside getting your body for your spirit to enter it and walk among the planet, you were already appointed a particular lot in this ministry. That's why nothing ever fucking went well for you.
Everything was preordained.
Yep. That's why our power is appointed you as one of his prophets. He used you before he even formed you.
Precept for that one. The book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 15. For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink. And he shall be filled with the QADASH, Holy Ghost, even from his mother's womb.
I'm taking scripture. It's in Psalm 51. Hold on. Psalm 51 when David said when he said I was shaped in something about wisdom and blessing wisdom and something like that. Okay, all right. Read that part again.
All right. The book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 15. For he shall be great in the sight of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and shall drink neither wine nor strong drink, and he shall be filled with the RAWCHAA, even from his mother's womb.
So I'm going to read Psalm 51. I'm going to read verse 5 and 6. Behold, I was shaped in iniquity, right? And in sin in my mother's conceiving. So 9 times out of 10, our mother's conceiving because she committed adultery, right? Behold, I was shapen in iniquity and in sin in my mother's conceiving, right? Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part, and in the hidden part, thou shalt make me to know wisdom, right? So, that strong drink, the wine, you can look at that as like the philosophy of this world. The education system, how to be like that, the philosophy of this world, right? Right? It will make you very strong. Power is he's gonna fill you whatever power God, Holy Spirit, right? Give you that good yang, good yang, healthy, holy yang, right? And that it's living water, because that's what's known as living water. Okay? Right? So even though we were shaped in iniquity, right, and we were conceived, and now we're conceived in sin, right? Our power already knew us. He knows that. He knows that your mother conceived you in your mother conceived you in sin, right? Our power knows that because He formed you. He formed your mother. He formed your mother. He formed your father. He formed you. But before He formed you, right? He already embedded into your spirit to have wisdom and knowledge. You just had to wait until it was your time to be called into the truth. Until it's literally that time where, okay, now it's time for the appointed prophet, prophet to finally born. Do we read 2 Timothy yet? No. So I'm gonna get this straight. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15, right? It says, study to show thyself approved unto YAHAWAH, a workman that needeth not shame, rightly dividing the word. Right? So you want to make your calling election sure, right? Right? You gotta study. You study by watching videos, and then whatever you learn from the elders' lessons, from the big brothers' lessons, from any of the men that comes in the faith spirit, apply that lesson of the scriptures, preach from that lesson, apply it to your life. Okay.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19 and 20. 19 to 21. Lay not up yourselves treasure upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up from yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Like, it's like every time when you work so hard to get something here on this side, right? It either gets stolen, it gets broken into. Eventually, the value of it decreases as time goes on. Like for an example, right? You work really hard, you work a lot of hours, saving up a lot of money, and you better get yourself a new vehicle, right? Now you got the vehicle, okay? You got the vehicle now if you want it, right? But now, as time goes on, the vehicle is starting to break down. You got to constant gas in it, make monthly payments, you got to take your insurance, get a car note, this and that. Like something from the vehicle now. The tires start wearing out. One night, you know, you hear your vehicle get broken into, get stolen. Alright? You know, you put so much time into get a college degree or degree certificate to get a certain job, career. Then along down the line, all the years, hours put into getting that certificate, that degree, finally in the field, right? Boom. Someone out of nowhere takes your position now, right? Another example, let's see, pretty much, you know, anything here on Esau's rulership, it can always be replaced. It's always temporal, never forever. And it doesn't last long. At some point, it breaks down, you gotta get an upgrade, okay? Don't store your treasures upon earth because anything here is temporal, take away from you, damaged, broken, okay? But store your treasures on heaven, okay? Up there, you don't gotta worry about your bank, your Zion bank, being taken by these devils. You don't gotta worry about your savings that you're putting your spiritual bank account being withdrawn by the devil. Okay, you don't gotta worry about your chariot getting broken into, your palace getting broken into. Okay, store your treasure upon earth instead, and you do that right by charity, and charity, right, which is you know, put in that work. Okay, the charity removes a multitude of sins, paraphrasing that that goes into teaching, prophesying, putting the word out there. Brotherly love, okay, all right, how you treat your brother, all right, how you treat yourself, how you treat others. Are you worn out people? Are you putting the work in? Okay, all right. Let me get this quick. Book of Isaiah, chapter, and also too, in truth, right? You claim to believe in our power, especially at the gift to teach, to prophesy, right? You're supposed to, praise our power so much that, like, he gets to the point, he's like, okay, you know what? Just make it happen now, right? Because you're pretty much nagging him, okay? Isaiah, chapter 62, verse 6 and 7. I have set watchmen upon thy walls for Jerusalem, right? That's the prophets are the watchmen upon Jerusalem. Mind you, it's people for the place, our nation, right? Which shall never hold their peace day or night. You've seen that, GMS, every time you go on YouTube, you can look for a GMS lesson. Doesn't matter if it's 12 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, you will always find a new lesson from the GMS being put up in brothers of the camp that's also part of the house today, right? Because they're never holding their peace, and they're never holding their peace day or night because what? They make mention of the Sabbath. They say that here, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, keep not present. Right? Don't hold your peace. Keep prophesying. Keep pushing the word out there. Keep warning our people. And give him no rest till he established, until he makes Jerusalem a praise on the earth, until we're no longer at the bottom. Until we know we're finally on top. Okay, we're finally being the hot topic, the constant talk. Okay, and give him no rest till he established and made until he made Jerusalem a praise on the earth. Don't hold your peace. Right? And that's also an example of you being able to stay rooted in His truth. Okay? You're constantly making mention of our Lord. You're constantly talking. Okay? Constantly talking about our Father.
Wanted to bring this out because we were saying that we were predestinated, you know. This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 3 through 6. Yeah, 3 through 6. Blessed be the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and the Father of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach. Let me reread. Blessed be Yahawah and Father of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Hamashiach, according as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by YAHAWASHI Hamashiach himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved.
Whatever Ephesians chapter 1, verse 6. Okay. All praise to Yahawah, the Father of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, who has blessed us with every spiritual blessing in the heavenly realm, because we are united with Mashiach. Even before he made the world, Yahawah loved us and chose us in YAHAWASHI Mashiach to be holy, to be set apart, right? And without fault in his eyes. Alright, so that's why the elect are known as saints. Because what? They were before the foundation of this world, before this place, right? They were already chose in Yahawah to be holy, to be set apart, and without fault in his eyes. So, mind you, at the end of the day, we don't know that we are those worthy men. That's why we say hope for elect. We hope to be the elect. Okay, because only the elect, right, and of course the remaining of the 1/3 are only predestined for salvation on this side. Everyone else, the 2/3 are going to be done with. All right. Yahawah decided in advance to adopt us into his own family by bringing us to himself through YAHAWASHI Mashiach. This is what he wanted to do and gave him great pleasure. So YAHAWASHI, when he came back, right, first coming, that he went through, right, all right, that's so we can come back to the adoption to our power. So we can be accepted again as sons of YAHAWAH, to have room for repentance, okay, to be saved through grace, okay, because we can't live by the law of one, okay. Verse 6. So we praise Yahawah for the glorious grace he has poured out on us who belong to his dear son. The elect belong to Yahawah. Okay? Yeah. So that's why it's very important though. You label yourself, well, I don't say label yourself, but you say your hope for elect, alright? You gotta really, you gotta take this seriously. You can't be a lukewarm. Alright? You gotta really understand what you're a part of. This is a very dangerous ministry. Think about it. Your life is on the line every day. Right? Every day your life is on the line. Every day you can be dead physically or spiritually innocent. You will be spiritually dead when the doctor is taken from you. Or you can be dead, both spiritually and physically. Body dies and spirit gotta go back to the spiritual realm. Okay? It's not just the fact that dying, it's just how you how. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I want to bring that out. It's Sabbath. I guess it's a rest day, but that doesn't mean the work won't stop. Say that. What's going on?
God.
Hey, the show must go on, right? Sabbath. So what are you doing on the Sabbath? Make sure all of study this stuff. Are you still person right accessibility? Are you pushing out lessons? Are you pushing information on social media platforms to keep our people updated with what's going on around the world? Are you still treating your brother with brotherly love? Alright? And you know, bring this. Hey, well, let's edifying. Alright? Hey, keep doing what you're doing to keep yourself grounded. So actually close out, I'll give you 1, 2, praise it.
YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH.
Savannah, elders, bishop, respect, the option of David's work, mom, believers, AHLAHYANAWA, brothers and sisters, always
DTA, Bible Ball soon, Kwam Yasharala.
DTA, that's the American.